Hi, Opportunity. Hello, my Blue Warriors. I'm very happy that my Opportunity channel is growing, and I noticed that there's some new Blue Warriors coming on our team. And they have some question about the protocol, and a lot of people asked about shaving. So, in my routine, and again, welcome to all the new Blue Warriors. Um, I'm here for you guys. I want to help the best I can. Um, so right now, what's going on? It's 3:30 a.m. in the morning. So why am I up making video? Well, I make videos because I am awake, because of whatever the Optune units, start acting up. So I had an alarm around 2 a.m. and kind of ignored it. And what happens when I ignore it? The one of the arrays starts to heat up and it's starting to burn. Uh, so that's one thing about the Optune unit that I really, really hate. But it's programmed into Optune. But I can talk about that later on. But today right now I just want to focus on just the shaving. Just talk about shaving. So I think this will help with the new Optune user. So I usually change my arrays every other day, but I have some family over, and I already slept 2 nights with my arrays, and I just thought maybe I could just squeeze one more night, but nope, not possible. The one more night, my hair is already starting to grow too long. When you put the arrays on, I always have a little spot like here and there, like maybe towards the back. I can feel like an area that the array will not cover, and I can just feel the hair and feel how long it is, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's getting too long. So no matter what I do with the alarms, it will not go away because the hair is just too long and it's interfering with the electric magnetic pulse. So the arrays are made so that they're communicating each other from one side to the other side. So anything that impedes the electric magnetic pulse from getting through from one side to the other, be it the hair follicle, or any type of ointment, or any type of lotion, any interference where the other side of the array is not receiving that signal, that means that there's some interference. And what it'll do is that it will increase the energy to the adjacent array to like double up. They're like, hey, this array, I'm not getting signal here, so let's double up the one next to it. So the one right next to it is gonna will have double the energy, and this one is gonna feel like super, super hot, and that's what happened. I was like, oh, here we go again. And then this one must have a lot of hair on this array, and that one was impeding the signal. And then I had a spot on my other array starting to heat up and starting to get burned. And I was like, you know what? Every time that happens, when you have issues with array, it's just better just turn off the Optune unit, just turn it off, and just all the alarms went off, and then went to my shower and just take it off. Yeah, that's the best thing to do. And that's what I did. And I'm gonna talk more about that later. So, okay, here we go. Okay, so went to the shower. So first thing I do to taking off my array is get the water hot as possible, and then I just have hot water just spraying on top all over my arrays to get the glue nice and soft. So just always keep in mind, always keep in mind. So your scalp skin, the very, very top layer is the epidermis. So in my mind is always epidermis integrity. You want the epidermis integrity to be perfect. Once there's some type of breakdown, that's the avenue, an area where bacteria can get through. And once it gets through the epidermis, which is the protective layer, once it gets to the dermis, that's where like you have the blood supply. That's where the bacteria can really cause a lot of inflammation, elicit a antihistamine response, which causes all the itching and inflammation and swelling, all the problems where Optune users were complaining about. So the main thing is maintain epidermis integrity. So that's what you want. You do not want any bacteria get through the epidermis. So once that happens, then you're gonna have all that side effects. So for me, I always maintain my epidermis integrity, so I never have any side effects. That's why I can wear Optune 24/7, no side effects. That is why. So if you have nails, you can, a lot of people scratch, break down the epidermis integrity. Bacteria goes through the epidermis, then you can get side effects. Okay, so cut your nails. Hygiene. So you want no bacteria. What's the best thing to kill bacteria? Thousands of years, humans use soap and water. That's what they use for, it's the number one thing to kill bacteria and maintain proper hygiene. And still holds true with this. You don't need special products. You don't need like name brand this and that. You don't need your dermatologist tell you this and buy all this product, blah, 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 blah. You don't need, your oncologist tell you like you need this product, that product. All those products, there's nothing. You're just wasting money. You just need to use the same thing what humans been using for thousands of years. It's just soap and water, and that's what I do. Soap, water, bacteria is gone. It's scientific fact. You can look it up. What kills bacteria the best? Soap and water will kill bacteria just as good. Soap and water will kill bacteria. It's very simple. But anyways, after my erase is gone, I peel it all off. I put it back, in the bag. And then next step is washing the residual gel. So, how the immune system works is that there's mast cells that's kind of hovering around or just hanging out at the dermis and waiting for any foreign substance, and there's something going on, then there would just like IgE response, mast cells, and they elicit like histamines and all kinds of things, and then you get all the inflammation. So one of the things that can happen is that the hydrogel, it's embedded and just press against your epidermis so long that sometimes maybe a little bit starts kind of seep through, just by diffusion. So, and you can feel it. There's you can feel like a kind of stickiness a little bit. So I always want to wash that really, really well. So I just grab some of my bar soap. It's just kind of bar soap, kind of scrub it like this, rub it on my scalp, get it nice and soapy. And then using my soft fingertip, never use nail, just a fingertip only, just gentle rub. Just rub the skin, kind of rub it in there. Your scalp is, it's not perfectly smooth. There's some little hills and valleys, so you can get like a little fingertip and just kind of get into the little valleys, get into little nooks and cranny. Like for me, I have my surgical scar. There's like a little heavy valley, so I always kind of like rub it in there, get that valley nice and clean, very softly, very soft. Just kind of rub it like this, okay? Rub against there, get it nice and clean, and then get my other fingertip, kind of rub the scalp here, rub scalp here, just kind of gentle rub, get the soap in there, gentle rub, and then I'll do a nice quick rinse. So at that time when I rinse, I no longer use hot water because hot water is a vasodilator, and that will increase very, very heavy blood flow. And I do not want that. I guess I want some vasoconstriction. And vasoconstriction, just you can do that by temperature, so decreasing the water temperature, make it a little bit colder. So I like to make it a little bit more of like lukewarm, on a little bit on the colder side. And lukewarm, um, and then I start washing, soaping, under lukewarm water. So I'll be like rubbing lukewarm water. So, so the reason why using the temperature a little bit colder is that the colder the temperature, your hair follicle, it has a it kind of makes the hair follicle stand up. So when it's too hot, it gets too it's more mobile and it kind of relaxes. And I want the hair to stand up for shaving. So the colder it gets, the more stiff and more kind of stands up more. So I get it kind of a little bit on the colder, lukewarm. And so I'll be washing, rubbing under lukewarm water. Okay, and then at the very, very end, final rinse with the lukewarm water. And then I just use my little fingertip. Make sure I get into little cracks. Make sure there's no soap. Rinse it real good, right there, rinse it real good. So now I'm for sure that I have no more soap. Everything's nice and clean. And then now the next step, so I even make it more simple. Before I was like, okay, very last step, I want to really want to make my hair stand up. I used to turn the water super, super cold and cold as possible, and then just stick my head in there, it's kind of freeze my head. But now I just realized that if after I wash my scalp and I walk away from the shower, if I don't dry my head, if it's damp, actually my head feels really cold. I'm like, I can skip another step. Wow, how simple is that? So after I take a shower, I dry everywhere except for my scalp. I leave that damp, and when I walk, walk out of the shower, just the cold air hitting it is already kind of cold, making it stiff. So now I can just skip another step. So hot water on the way, peel off array, soap, water, lukewarm water, and then rinse real good, dry everywhere except for the scalp. Leave the scalp damp. So leaving the hair damp makes the hair kind of, the scalp's epidermis skin kind of cold, and that will stiffen up the hair, make it stand up, which will help with the shaving part. Okay. This video is getting kind of long, so I'll just end this as part 1, and then I'll continue with part 2 with the actual shaving part. So, all right, I'll see you then.